I'm gonna tell you, some of y'all in the bedroom are great performers, top tier. I already know it. I already know it. I need you to know that. I need you to know that. And I don't need you to fuel your own ego by showing everybody that you know that. I need you to know that, and I need you to hold that so dear that everybody can't receive that. And the only people that can receive that is the ones that's meeting the standard. So what's the standard? What's the standard? Hey boots, welcome back to my channel. Listen, it's a chit chat, get ready with me, and y'all love when I do these, and I love when I do these too. So let's talk, and we're gonna talk about something that I've never really talked about before in this channel, and I gotta figure out how I'm gonna deliver it, right? But you need to hear this message. So come on. Can I also give you a side note right quick? You know, you may hear my chair. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this? You gonna hear my chair in my video. Can I tell you something about this chair really quick? Okay, y'all see this chair, right? Hold on. Y'all see this chair? Okay, bet. This is a chair that I got from Walmart, Mainstays. Y'all, if you've been following me for a long time, I've had this chair since I think I first moved back home from college in 2016, okay? And it's just always been my filming chair. Well, it's time to give the chair up, okay? This chair has had a weight limit. I have put this chair through the mud, okay? The squeak. Child, it's time to get a chair. I'm a person that I hold on to things. I take care of, I wouldn't say I hold on to things. I take care of the things I have. If I put my money into it, I take care of it, right? This is the Taurus rising in me. I take care of my things. So I say that to say, I hold things for a long time, but it's like, Nathesha, when it's time to give it up, it's time to give it up. So the chair is talking to me. The chair is really saying, all right, Nee. Time to give it up. Is anybody else like that? Like, do you really take care of the things that you get? Like, I take care of the things I have. So I have things for a long time, and then they be like, Nathesha, okay, like, give it up. And it's not that it really has a value to me. Like, I don't value the chair. I just took care of the chair. So it's like, all right, say goodbye. But I'm gonna tell you something. When I do get rid of the things that I've held on to for a long time, I do be like, oh, well, I appreciate you while you was here. Okay, all right, my little spill. All right, so we got the squeaky chair out the way. If y'all hear it, excuse it, but let's get to it. Can I share some news with you guys first before we kind of talk? So I just added some new letters to my name. So for those of you guys who do not know, I'm a social worker. I'm a licensed social worker though in the state of Maryland. So I am an LMSW, right? I have been working to get more letters to my name, get more certifications, because it's just a part of my life path, like what I want to do with my life, and I wanted to make sure I got my education and all of my certs and stuff down. There was a certification that I really wanted to get to add to my name, and it was any type of trauma certification, but not really any type. It was a certification in trauma, but I didn't really know which certification in trauma did I want. And my certifications mean a lot to me because these are the things that I talk about, the things that I've experienced, went through, right? And they just kind of help me show up for others, okay? When I was choosing my job 2 years ago, one of the things that really encouraged me to apply for the job was that they was offering a trauma certification. And not just any trauma certification. I liked the trauma certification that they was offering, okay? And what you had to do was, the job offered the training for free, excuse me, but you had to take the test and you had to pay for the test in order to actually get the certification and the letters. Well, your girl paid for the test, took the test, and your girl passed the test. Okay, this is like the real celebratory moment I've had. Oh, okay, calm down. So, your girl took the test and paid for the test, but can I tell you the trauma cert that I got? Okay, so I am a certified trauma and resilience practitioner. I got some new letters. I got some clinical, sorry. I got some new letters, y'all. This trauma certification taught me about, you know, how trauma shows up in children at a very young age, and even trauma in school, and how we as people, caregivers, professionals, parents, how we can help people, you know, assess trauma, but then also how we can handle trauma, right? And the approaches that you have to take to be able to directly handle people with trauma, but then also how you have to look at trauma too. And it aligned with my values because it was how I look at trauma from a more inquisitive point of view, like how can I understand this and how can I get to know this. And the core of the training program was to, it's gonna make me cry, oh God, I didn't want to cry. The core of the training program was to instill resilience, okay? And it was really teaching you what resilience looked like and how you can embody that. You remember I said I was looking for a trauma certification, but it was one that it needed to be meaningful to me. I call myself the resilient queen for a reason, you know? Because if you know my story and if you just watch me develop and just grow, I have always maintained resilience. And it was important to me to say, like, Natisha, you know these things. I need you to go get certified in knowing the appropriate approaches. How do you label the approaches and the things that you do to be able to instill that? But what you don't, you know, like, this is it. This is it. Because you have embodied this your entire life. And this is what the people need. How to be resilient. So, I am a certified trauma and resilience practitioner. I can't tell you the end. You know, I can't tell you, but I just want you to know that I'm just walking in my purpose, okay? And that trauma certification just opened many doors for me, okay? So, yeah, I'm trying to get it together, but Lord have mercy. Whenever I come sit in front of this daggone camera, y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. It just, ooh, girl, okay. So I'm very proud of myself that I got that cert, and I know that it's gonna open some doors for me, okay? And, because I just want to continue to walk in God's path, you know. And when I tell you your girl had to take a moment, I had to take a moment. And it's been looking like that these days while filming, guys. Like, when I tell you filming is so therapeutic for me, I got my trauma certification and I'm so excited. And I already know y'all gonna tell me congratulations, so thank you. Yeah. So okay, thank you. Way to segue. I mean, it's two topics in one, but no, this what am I trying to say? That wasn't the topic of today's video. So I told you guys that I've been on this healing journey, right? Where it's me. It's really been me season. When Natisha has really been pouring into and focusing on herself. I wanted to come and talk about this aspect of the season, right? Or just a certain aspect of my season. I shared with you guys a little bit of my experience with dating, right? And I don't talk too much about it, y'all, because I'm just trying to learn so much as well, and I'm going through this as well. So I don't really share too much about my dating because I'm just in the process of trying to stay present and soak it up. But one of the things that I've learned during the season is that I am really a woman, and I value being a woman. And because of that, I am seeing, you know, my worth of what it looks like to really be a woman. And when I say a woman, and we all have our own ideas of what a woman is and what a woman looks like. So I can't define that for you, but I just know for me, like, a woman really honors herself. A woman sees all of her strengths and she sees all of her flaws. A woman is very confident, yet she's able to show humility. You know, a woman is able to be taught, but she's also able to teach. Like, I can tell you so much about a woman in my eyes, what that looks like, right? My season has been really reflective of me, you know, pulling on that. And during this season, right, I've really been showing it's when I was dating, because I have not been dating actively, I was learning, you know, how to apply my own principles of what a woman looked like, right? And it was difficult because I was running into challenges with men out here. I was doing a lot of the womanly things, you know, for men that just were not qualified. like, because I'm in a season of like healing and growing and stuff like that, I'm just kind of changing myself and all of that stuff, and I was just doing a lot of womanly things for men who were not qualified. And when I say not qualified, these men, you know, were unhealed. They weren't my type, you know. I had to mommy them. They had a lot of issues. They were liars. They were stuck in their own ego. They was really giving me the bare minimum, okay? And I was falling into the, okay, just give people a chance, and, you know, he's never had it, and, you know, like, just be patient and all of that stuff, right? I was in that, you know, spot, and I'm like, girl, what the hell are you talking about? Like, do you know who you are? Aren't we stepping into loving and really recognizing and knowing our value and our worth and all of that? Aren't we stepping into boundaries and speaking up? Aren't we stepping into that? So what are you doing? Why this man got you in a state of confusion? Why are you showing up to a man or giving all of you, right, because you know your worth to somebody who's unqualified? What are you doing? And then you so stupid because the men see your worth, know your worth, and guess what? They eating it up. They eating it up. But they not providing you with anything. What are you doing? That literally led me to, I'm not ready to date. Because clearly I don't see my value. Clearly I don't know my own worth. Clearly I don't know what I bring to the table, and if I do know it, I'm not confident in it. I'm not sure in it, you know, because I'm not even expressing what I require, and then not even allowing myself to receive it because they ain't giving it. What are you doing? When you know your worth and your value, man, you're just not going to be entertaining anything. You know, because that intuition gonna speak to you. You gonna know how to speak. You gonna see the signs and what looks right. That's because you've held yourself to a standard. Okay, so that pulled me out of the dating scene because I was like, you fumbling the ball. What are you doing here? Back on the bench. This is what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, okay? And when I tell you I don't really know how to deliver this topic, because I don't want you to miss the message. As a woman, right, you have to be careful of who you lay down with. You have to be careful of who you're giving your body to. You really have to see that as not a tool to misuse, cope, manipulate. I don't even know, to gain something. You really have to know the importance of your body and the importance of the sexual connection that you're going to make with people. You have to be mindful of that. And I'm going to tell you something. The number one thing you can give to a man is a good time in the bedroom. You hear me? I'm going to learn you something as a woman. You have to understand the number one thing that you can really give a man is a good time in the bedroom, okay? Men value that. Men really value that. And if you are one of them girlies, and this is what comes with being a woman, you have to be confident in that aspect too. So it is two lessons to this. There are some women who are not confident in the bedroom. I get it. But I want to tell you, as you walk into your womanhood, you have to build your confidence because you have so much power in the bedroom. And don't misconstrue me when I say power. Yeah, you could dominate, but you can also be submissive. That bedroom lies in the power of you. And sometimes we really kind of like misthink it and think that the bedroom lies in the power of the man. I need you to think higher than that. Intimacy lies in the power of women. So for the girlies who understand the power that intimacy have, you'll notice that you ain't laying down with everybody. You ain't giving everybody what you got. And I want to send that message to the girlies who don't recognize the power. You need to be careful of who you lay down with. You need to be careful of who you allow to experience you. For me, one of the reasons where I was going wrong when dating was that I was talking to these guys, and for me, I needed to know what they was on, right? And I was just having sex with them too quickly. And I remember my mother kept telling me, like, she just kept telling me, like, you need to, like, not have sex so quick. Like, you really need to, like, just kind of let it flow, right? And I didn't understand what she's saying. I'm like, girl, whatever. Like, you ain't had sex in so long. You getting older. Whatever. Like, sex helps me. Like, this benefits me. And, hey, the connection's there. We feeling it. Why we gotta wait? We grown. This type of thing. I never understood why she kept deterring me from that. Let me tell you something. whenever you start having sex with a guy, it's going to bring emotions. And if you have sex with a guy too soon, guys, that's going to throw you off from even being aware of if this man is man enough for you. If this man can even give you the things that you want, it's going to throw you off. Them red flags are going to start looking green to you. You not even start. They've never even been able to pop up to even showing red, because you didn't even give it enough time to manifest and show itself in that. And a lot of us are just sleeping with men for whatever reasons, the pressures that they put on us, or whether it's our own insecurity and how we cope. I can't define that for you, but I'm just saying that a lot of women sleep with men way too soon. And I had to learn that for me, when I was getting involved with men, right, they can show me early on that they was a situationship, but the moment I slept with them, it started looking like something totally different, and I missed the sign. But in addition to that, I'm in the bedroom and we having a good time. So these men, I noticed I'm able to keep you in. Oh, I'm able to keep you in the bedroom. Oh, I'm giving you what you need. But what I was realizing was that, oh, I'm pleasing these men so well, but it's still coming with confusion. It's still coming with, oh, you know, you don't see my value. It's still coming with, you don't want what I want. It's still coming with, I have to put up and tolerate this. It's still coming with so many disappointments in so many different areas, but I'm still dealing with them. We still engaging. We still having sex. You still want me. You still this, but you cannot give me what I need. And although we having a good time here, we not having a good time here. And literally, I had to realize, girl, you don't see the power in what you have. You don't see the power in what you have. You don't see the power in who you are as a woman. And you giving these men your body, and you ain't even set a standard for them to even meet. And even when you do, they can't even meet it. What are you doing? Child, when I tell you I'm checking myself like that, I want to tell you ladies something. And I want you to hear me, and hear me loud and clear. There's no reason why we should be going through suffering when it comes to dealing with men and finding mates. There's no reason why we should. And I need you to understand that in your head, you are not supposed to suffer when it comes to a man. You're not supposed to go through heartache. You are not. But you are only going to learn that lesson when you learn to value yourself more, and when you learn the power of what it is in being a woman, and when you learn that you can't give your body up to these men. Men have to meet your standard. I want you to learn that you cannot lay down with men so quickly. You should not give your body to every guy out here so quickly. But it takes for you to see the value in yourself. It takes for you to see the confidence in yourself. It takes for you to really understand the importance of that. And I want, if ain't nobody going to tell you, I'm going to tell you. Sexually, I want you women to understand, sexual is such an experience, and it's going to be, it's a connection on so many different levels: physical, mental, spiritual, like emotional, right? And when we choose to engage in that with the wrong people, you know, when we choose to engage in that with just the wrong, I'm just gonna keep it at the wrong people, it's going to throw us off. It's going to, I don't know what to say, but it's like it damages your femininity, and I need you to see the importance of it. Now, y'all, on my journey of just kind of like loving me, knowing my worth, seeing my value, guys, like I require so much more. There's not, you know, you can't really be in my presence and even talk to me a certain kind of way, because I'm a woman. You know, I hold people to a standard. I'm not tolerating certain things, right? And still giving intimacy when I'm not even getting what I want. When you haven't even showed me that you aren't even worthy of that side of me. And I'm gonna be honest with you, y'all. A lot of us use sex, and women, a lot of us use it as a coping tool. Whether it is just to cope with the feelings of loneliness, whether it is just to cope with just our own feelings of lack in our own selves, whether it's to cope with what somebody may have done to us, like whatever it is, a lot of us use sex to cope. So I get that. But I think that's more indication that work really needs to be done. Work on yourself really has to be done, you know, because sex is not really meant for that. Like when we have to engage in something to cope, typically it's just to help us get away from uncomfortable feelings that we may have. And I want you to understand that the experience of sex should never be, because you're trying to get away from something uncomfortable. So it's important, I'm trying to tell you, it is important to not just be accepting anything from these guys and still having sex with them. You gotta understand your womanhood. You have to. And understand something. I talk to you guys about these things because I myself am learning these things, right? And I have a passion, a passion for working with women to build the esteem, because guess what? I've been there. I struggle with it, but I know what it takes, in order to help myself to get better results and outcomes. On this journey, y'all, I remember I had created a vision board, and I had cut out something on my vision board, and the quote said, "Restore what was lost." And that meant so much to me. I'll tell you why it meant something. After breakups, you sit back and you reflect, and you kind of reflect on the person that you were before, the person that you really know yourself to be, and how did you move away from that, because sometimes relationships could do that, the unhealthy ones, the ones that wasn't meant for you, and on this journey I have been learning of how to love me. So restoring what was lost for me was really understanding my value and really building my esteem and really understanding my worth and really just tapping more into Natisha and becoming her for myself. And a part of restoring what was lost was just really understanding, how can I be the woman that I feel that I am to deserve, the life and the treatment and the man and, all of that I know that I deserve, right? My camera cut off. It took a lot of just recognizing my own habits and then understanding too, how am I viewing things, and, just becoming more disciplined and really, it just took a lot of those things, guys, and a lot of prayer too, and seeking God, and a lot of just transformation, guys, truly, I had to build my esteem in all of those things. I am a very smart girl. I am very intelligent. I know the impact I have on people. I am very confident. I was restoring what was lost in the bedroom. I am very, talented. I have a good time, and I know that. I can see from the responses of people. But does everybody deserve that? Does everybody, the way that these people are treating you, it's not even affirming what you already know. These things are making you confused, but and why should you be confused when you already know? So I'm gonna tell you something. On my journey of just loving myself, guys, I have really been embodying how to be a woman. And when it come down to that sex, I really had to understand that, that is something powerful for women, and we hold a lot of power in that. And guess what? Because you want these things in your life, you cannot just keep entertaining people who are not even meant to bring those things to you in your life, and you physically, intimately sharing yourself like that. I'm gonna tell you something. God put me in a space of isolation, and I'm gonna tell you something. That season of isolation for me really looks like celibacy. And I talk to my best friend about this all the time. He'd be like, "Girl, you ain't celibate, you just ain't got nobody to F on." And I laugh at that all the time, and him bringing that up was like, whoa, is that true? Maybe I'm not celibate, I just ain't got nobody to F. But that opened my eyes too, and I was like, well, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. So if you had somebody that you like just a little bit, you would just go ahead and be celibate with them. And it caused me to kind of really self-reflect, and I had to pay attention to, even these people that I like a little bit, do they like my body? Do they know how to treat my body? I know how to treat theirs. Are they intentional? Do they pay attention? Are they here for the right reasons? And when I realized that, it was like, you need to really understand who you are, what you have, and how to utilize that. You really do. So I pulled back. So I am celibate by choice, because I really understand that being physical and intimate with somebody, that's not an experience that everybody needs to get experienced. And you have to have requirements and standards that you set in order for anybody to get that. But that comes with seeing the value in yourself. that comes with seeing the value in yourself. I'm gonna tell you, some of y'all in the bedroom are great performers, top tier. I already know it. I already know it. I need you to know that. I need you to know that. And I don't need you to fuel your own ego by showing everybody that you know that. I need you to know that, and I need you to hold that so dear that everybody can't receive that. And the only people that can receive that is the ones that's meeting the standard. So what's the standard? What's the standard? Now I got to check you. What's the standard that you're holding people to meet in order to even get this from you? I'm going to tell you something. You're going to learn that a lot of these boys and or men are walking around and can't meet the standard. And God put me in a path of isolation. I had to isolate and see that. I had to isolate and see that because, Natisha, you blocking your own blessings by overlooking the red flags because you done laid down with somebody too damn fast. You don't see the value in yourself. You don't see the value in the acts. Oh, okay. I'm speaking to my girlies. I'm 29, and let me tell you something. I have a large age group from you guys from the ages of, what is this, 27 to like 39, or big group of y'all are here. And that's okay, because these are lessons that we are learning as women. Somebody got to teach you. Somebody got to tell you, because unfortunately, we just now getting privy to it. I don't believe that we as women have to struggle and suffer in relationships. I don't believe that. I do not believe that. And I mean women. We hold so much power when it comes to the male species. So because I don't believe that, I have to hold myself to a standard. And I'm going to tell you, the more that you hold yourself to a standard, you have to love yourself. The more you become confident in yourself, the more that you recognize just the woman, you'll see the men that really honor you and appreciate you. You'll see, you'll find yourself not even, that ain't even doing it for me. The sweet talk, and you'll find yourself really making good changes that's healthier for yourself. And I'm gonna tell you, that's what's going to attract the guy you need. That's what's going to attract the love that you need, the desire that you need. And I don't want people to get misconstrued. I don't see men as an object where I can just get things from them. I don't see men like that. And I think that we have to not see men like that either. Men are also humans, and women benefit from men in so many ways, you know, and we learn so much from men as well. We need men just like men need us. So I'm not saying that we need to hold ourselves to a standard that we're perfect, and men have to always be able to give to us, and then that's the only way we become physical with them. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you need to set your standards and requirement of what it is you want from a man. And you need to make sure that because you want these things, are you able to embody those things? And before you lay down with a man, you need to make sure whoever's showing up at your door is able to meet you there. And if he's not, don't you go lay down with that man, because you are exposing another level of womanhood to this man, and you don't even know how much power you have in the midst of that. And you gonna get that man that without him having to work for it, without him even showing you that he deserves it. Do you understand that? So I'm just trying to tell you that we as a society have to move away from objectifying each other. You know, and it sucks that we are doing that, but we have to move away. We have to see the benefit, but before we can see the benefit in each other, we have to see the benefit in ourselves first, you know. And I think that women, you have to really understand and see the power of you. And I'm gonna tell you, sometimes men could be distracting us from even focusing on ourselves and seeing our own power. Do you hear me? And we learn it later in life, after we done been through so many heartbreaks and things not working out, and we stressed out, and we just lost, and we don't even feel like ourselves because so much is taking our attention. Then we see it later, and then we want to be on this journey. Okay, well, if you are on this journey, I just want you to learn that while on this journey, as you are developing yourself into a woman, you have to know that when it comes to dating and dealing with men, you can't be intimate so soon. And that's just one of the ways where you have to show up and being confident in yourself. I mean, sexually is one of those ways. And I've never been able to talk to you guys about that because guess what? I guess I didn't understand the path, or I didn't understand, but I have a great understanding of it now. And I'm so happy I'm able to deliver this message. Do not miss the message though. Those that's actually searching for love, you know, and companionship, and and, you know, safety and fun. And I mean, you're just really searching for protection in a really, really good, healthy relationship. It starts with a healthy person. It starts with a healthy person. And this message is just non-genderist. I don't know what I'm trying to say. This has no gender on it. It starts with a healthy person. And you have to get healthy in how you view yourself. You have to get healthy in the respect that you have for yourself. You have to get healthy. If that means that you have to pour into you, you have to trust yourself more. You know, you have to set your standards. You have to believe, you know, if you have to make changes, if you got, do all of that. As you are on your journey and you are trying to love yourself, I want you to understand that that means you have to recognize who you are as a woman. And you have to understand that as a woman, you hold a lot of value. And that's to the women who have low self-esteem. That's to the women who don't see it and feel it. I want to tell you, as a woman, you have a lot of value. And if you are feeling like you are not being heard, appreciated, or seen, or respected, that's because you probably haven't really understood your value. And if you tap into more of your own value, you can set standards. And you won't be getting in your way. You won't be getting in your way. And one of the ways women, girls, we have to see our value is sexually. I'm so upset because my light that I used to film, it blew out. I'm so upset. So I had to move my filming to my floor because I need the light to come in. I want you to understand that when it becomes physical, when it relates to physicality, intimacy, you need to hold out. I'm not telling you to be celibate and you need to, you know, stop doing whatever. I'm not telling you that. You do what you want, but I encourage you to try it out. As you are on this journey of walking into womanhood, you need to see the value of sex. And some of you guys watch me and I'm married, and even your partners may not be showing up to the standard that you want. I'm gonna tell you something, your body is gonna tell you. If sexually you're not attracted, or you don't want to give it, or, you know, sexually you just don't feel good, or if it's not rewarding or anything, like, your body will tell you that. Your body will let you know. So this just doesn't only apply to the single girls. This applies to married women as well. Nobody can see the value in you until you see the value in yourself. And as a woman, I need you to understand that you are valuable. And that's all I need you to know. I hope that y'all got the message. Y'all, the lip on my lips, let me tell y'all, I'm using MCD luxury code. Miss Creative Diva here on YouTube has a cosmetic line. Let me tell you something. Every time I wear her lashes, I feel like that girl. And this is her lip kit. There's a liner that I have on. And then I use the brown liner, and she doesn't have the name on this, so I don't know the name of this, but she has a brown lip liner. Gotta have it. Like this lip liner, y'all saw how that went on. Gotta have it. Then the liquid lipstick, this is called Latte. That liner and liquid lipstick in itself, oh my god, it's so matte. Pretty. And then she has a lip gloss, and this one is called Caramel Kisses. This comes in a kit. She sells this as like a bundle. It's so genius. She sells the lip liner, the liquid lipstick, and the gloss as a bundle. Ciao. And it's called the new lip kit. Ciao. Then you know that's right down my alley. I'm so happy. She is one of my good friends, and she gifted this to me, and I was like, oh girl. Y'all, this is all over the place because the sun is really rising and setting, but I hope that you got the message. And the look came out amazing, y'all. Like, we did that. Oh, it's so pretty. I just wanted to do something that was going to match my shirt, but then also give the nude lips. The lashes I have on is a part of her fluffy lash book. I'm going to have a link down below. Go support my good friend. Go support another woman that's trying to make her money because she about her business. Okay, go support. It's in the where's that? It's in my bio. Anyways, I hope that you guys received the message. Okay, I am so thankful to be able to come and talk to you guys. Thank you in advance for the congratulations that I know I'm going to get. I am very excited. I hope that you receive this message and you send it to somebody who need it, because women have to help women. Okay, all right, I love you, and I see you soon. Bye.